So I added a little water and I'm stirring it up, making dumplings. And of course they'll be separated. I don't like to make mine into little balls. I just like to stir it and then separate them and drop them over in the pot. And they'll be whatever size they are. I'm not really too perfectionist on cooking. It's just gonna boil and form itself when it gets in the hot broth with the meat. So that's it. Things just ain't the same for this flour because it has now dumplized. So here's the little seasoned dumplized balls that's gonna go in the pot with my beef. And make sure that your broth is boiling. Super boiling consistency. That way when you drop them in, they'll just play around in the pool of broth and have some fun and begin to harden, toughen up and form and become dumplings. Those of you that don't want to make your own dumplings out of flour, you can also take a pie crust that's rolled up and cut it up into sections and sprinkle some flour on it and then roll them up and add them to your already made dumplings, or just use these. You're gonna roll them up and have the flour on them. Or you can also use a can of biscuits, separate the biscuits and roll them up into balls. Just the way I want it. Look at that. Noodles, the beef is cooked apart. You got vegetables in there. Cauliflower rice. The beef broth. This way you'll have at least a chunk of beef in every bowl, every mouthful. It still needs to cook apart a little bit more. For me, I wanted a little bit more apart, and then I can add my dumplings. And there's Mr. Bailey floating around in there. Hi, Mr. Bailey. Okay, so we'll let her simmer for a little while longer. Just the way I want it. Look at that. Noodles, the beef is cooked apart. You got vegetables in there. Cauliflower rice. The beef broth. This way you'll have at least a chunk of beef in every bowl, every mouthful. It still needs to cook apart a little bit more. For me, I want it a little bit more apart, and then I can add my dumplings. And there's Mr. Bailey floating around in there. Hi, Mr. Bailey. Okay, so we'll let her simmer for a little while longer. Okay, the dumplings are added. Hopefully they don't disappoint me and fall apart. And I don't have too much liquid in here, but I believe they'll be okay. Okay. Dumplings have gone into their pool of hot broth to simmer and cook. A mixture of the homemade ones and the pie ones. Now you can have toast, crackers, garlic bread of your choice, whatever you choose. But me, I love cilantro, and I'll probably have some cut up cucumbers on the side. But there's a dumpling. As you can see, the dumplings are on top and the piece of beef. I hope you can use this recipe and enjoy.